Stop everything, Raider Nation. Things are officially getting crazy in Las Vegas, and we just can't catch a break. You want to know who the final three candidates are to take on the challenge of coaching Fernando Mendoza? Adam Schefter just dropped a bombshell, and the list is controversial. And if the anxiety over the new boss wasn't enough, someone's trying to steal the only thing that's actually worked for this team lately. Mike McCarthy just landed in Pittsburgh, and he's already eyeing our defensive coordinator. Is this a total rebuild or a teardown? Buckle up and smash that like button right now, because today has been wild, and we need to have a serious talk. Let's get straight to the point. No fluff. Adam Schefter on the Pat McAfee Show basically locked it in. The drama is ending, and it looks like the Las Vegas Raiders have narrowed the list down to 3 names. And look, it's a mix of high-risk gambles and luxury rejects. The names are Davis Webb, Joe Brady, and Brian Daboll. First, the elephant in the room, Davis Webb. The guy is 31 years old. He entered the league as a player in 2017. That was basically yesterday. He was with the Denver Broncos as QB coach and passing game coordinator. The media is selling him as this brilliant young mind, but let's be real, it's a massive gamble. He just came off an AFC championship loss with the Broncos, but does he have the chops to command an NFL locker room as head coach? On the flip side, we have Joe Brady and Brian Daboll. Brady became available after Sean McDermott's firing in Buffalo, and Daboll, well, we saw what went down with the Giants. He was fired in the middle of the 2025 season. My take? Look, there's only one key here, Fernando Mendoza. Which of these 3 is best suited to develop our likely number 1 pick? Davis Webb is the modern guy, the player's coach. Daboll has the experience of turning Josh Allen into a monster, but he left New York in flames. I'm scared of bringing in Daboll and having the culture sour quickly, but I'm terrified of bringing in Webb and him being too junior for Las Vegas. If the front office wants Mendoza flying high, they need to decide if they want a veteran professor or a big brother. I'm torn, but I admit the boldness of Davis Webb intrigues me. What about you guys? Would you trust the future of the franchise with a 31-year-old coach? If the uncertainty on offense already has you sweating, wait until you see what's happening on defense. While we're watching the front door waiting for the new coach to walk in, folks are trying to sneak out the back. The Pittsburgh Steelers just hired Mike McCarthy as head coach. And guess who his old crush is? Our defensive coordinator, Patrick Graham. The connection is real. They worked together at the Green Bay Packers back in 2018. Graham was McCarthy's linebackers coach. And according to Art Stapleton, a Giants beat writer, Graham is a very strong candidate to take over the Steelers' defense. Why is this worrying? Man, let's be real here. The Raiders' roster in 2025 was dreadful. It was barren of talent, as they say, a talent desert. And yet, Patrick Graham made this defense compete. He squeezed blood from a stone. We lost 14 games, but in many moments the defense held the line, while the offense did absolutely nothing. Losing Graham now would be a tough blow. He knows the system. The players respect him. If he leaves to join McCarthy, the new head coach, whether it's Webb, Brady, or Daboll, will have to rebuild the coaching staff from absolute scratch. I'm a fan of continuity when the work is good. And Graham's work, with the pieces he had, was respectable. Letting him go to Pittsburgh would be a management failure unless the new coach brings in a big name for the defense. Ending up without a head coach and without a coordinator is asking for 2026 to be another painful rebuilding year. Long story short, we are stuck between the extreme youth of Davis Webb and the seasoned experience of Daboll, all while the Steelers try to poach the only pillar left standing on our defense. Now, I want to hear from you, the diehard fan who sat through this 3-14 mess. Focus on the sidelines. Do you prefer risking it all on the young mind of Davis Webb, 31 years old, to mold Mendoza? Or do you prefer the safety of Brian Daboll, even with the recent firing? Keep it real in the comments. I'm reading everything. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the ending of this saga. Just win, baby. I'm out.